Sometimes the universe whispers just what we need to hear, placing the perfect book in our hands at the perfect time. Women Living Deliciously by Florence arrived like a beam of light piercing through the swirling fog of change and transformation in my life. It was a gentle hand resting on my shoulder, a reason to rise when heartache pinned me to the sheets, a treasure map back to myself glimmering with every turn of the page. And so from the endless scrolling, Florence appeared, wrapped in pink like a goddess of rebellion and creativity. She seemed to embody a self-made utopia, unapologetically radiant, unapologetically alive. Watching her dance through life awakened something deep within me, a spark I feared had long been extinguished. When I discovered she'd recently released Women Living Deliciously, it felt like fate unfurling before me. Florence felt like more than a creator. She was an ethereal messenger bedecked in magenta, reminding me that color and courage belonged to me too. Her words were a spell of permission to be bold, to be daring, to abandon the muted gray I'd wrapped myself in. Through her guidance, I found the strength to take leaps that once seemed impossible, to leave a relationship that no longer reflected my growth, to claim a space of my own and to transform it into something that reflected me. It felt indulgent, and yes, it felt cringy. But isn't that the magic of living deliciously? To choose joy over judgment, to care deeply about the things that make your heart sing even if others don't. Women Living Deliciously is a love letter to every woman you've been and every woman you're still becoming. It is a radiant guide to weaving beauty into the everyday, not for the sake of others, but simply because it brings you happiness. Florence invites us to romanticize the mundane, to embrace life's rich textures, and to carve out space, not just for ourselves, but for the women we uplift in turn. Reading this book, I felt as though my soul was feasting, devouring every lush, liberating word. And as I read, I couldn't help but highlight passage after passage, captivated by the books Florence referenced along the way. What other portals of wisdom might lie within those pages? Imagine my joy when I discovered she curated a reading list on her Substack, a treasure map of inspirations waiting to be explored. And so a new chapter begins here. In gratitude to Florence, I'll be creating a series that journeys through her curated books, an exploration of the wisdom that shaped her world and might, in turn, shape ours. Florence, Floss, our modern knight in dazzling pink armor, thank you. Thank you for illuminating the path back to color, back to courage, and back to the boldest, brightest version of myself.